I'm Lifty, and joining me on the podcast tonight is Silox.
Hey, how's it going?
And IBM.
The same shit every fucking time with you, Silox.
Bless.
And joining us on the podcast tonight is also one of our former special guests, Jason.
Yo.
How you doing? Welcome back.
Well, it's great to be back.
Yeah.
Love being on the podcast.
Yeah. So on tonight's podcast, we are talking about VR, virtual reality, and how it is used in the furry community, what kind of events.
Virtual sex?
Oh,
Well,
Lord.
maybe. But how it's used in the furry community and what Facebook's acquisition of Oculus
Oh my god, show me
means
your shapely
for-
polygon.
IBM, please.
Please refrain from being a dick.
Anyway, we're going to be talking about VR, and we're going to be talking
Penis.
about Facebook and their acquisition of Oculus and what it means to VR in the furry community. I know that there's at least one virtual reality furry convention out there, and that's Furality. But before we get started, we would like to remind everybody that we are live, and you can watch us live on Twitch, twitch.tv/Furry Frequencies. If you'd like to join our Discord channel so you can call in, it's very easy. First, go to our Twitter at Furry Frequency. Stop. Go to our Twitter at Furry Frequency, and there's a link right there pinned to the top that you click to join our Discord channel, and from there you can call in and join the show and say a few things. And also, we're going to be covering also our sponsor for tonight's podcast. Tonight's podcast is brought to you by Mario's General Complaineria and Son of a Bitchery. You think you have problems? You think your world is over? Come to Mario General Complaineria and Son of a Bitchery, located on 11th Street in the Bronx. Mario's heard it all. He'll listen to your bitching and slap some sense into you, because that's what you need. You need to learn that the world doesn't collapse because of some insignificant bullshit. Mario's going to give it to you. Mario's going to learn that you need to look better beyond every little thing that bothers your life. You want to come in? Well, you can't. Thanks to Cuomo and coronavirus. Thanks, Cuomo, you asshole. You got to make an appointment, stupid. The best way to do that is to call in 917-221-STFU. 917-221-STFU. 917-221-STFU.
Get fucked.
Call in, and you call in, and you will give you 10% off a foot rub with Mama Maria. Only at Mario's General Complaineria and Son of a Bitchery, 11th Street in the Bronx. See you there. Take your bitching elsewhere.
Wow, that
Pretty sure the people in the Bronx are probably going to be like, you know what? This bitch going to die.
wow, and you invoke the name of Saint Cuomo. You are going to get.
Why do you keep smacking your lips? Jesus.
I just swallowed a Jolly Rancher whole.
Oh my
and
God.
I
You
don't
keep
know how
fucking smacking your lips.
I think
Man,
I'm gonna.
I need some more Perrier.
I'm just going to say this now,
I'm joking.
Lifty. Most likely, if you ever go to the Bronx, you're going to fucking get hit with a goddamn French roll. I know that for sure.
I just.
That sounds funny. I want to go to the Bronx now.
Someone's going to hit you with a fucking baguette.
Yeah.
You son of a bitch!
Yeah.
Apparently everybody in the Bronx is French now.
You son of
Oh, yeah.
a bitch. Oh wait, no, that's like a fake.
That's
Russian.
Italian.
Yeah.
All right.
So-
Congratulations.
You son of a
Silex.
bitch! Anyway.
So anyway, let's get started and talk about VR. So virtual reality.
First reality.
It's definitely taken off in the age of coronavirus.
Mm-hmm.
Earlier
Definitely.
this year, you had stores just kind of selling out of VR headsets, and then you had people with the BirdBot ad buying them up as they were stocked online, so that once they got into stock, you couldn't buy anymore because the BirdBot people, they bought them all, and then they resell it to you. they resell it to you for like 3 times the price. And then when those
No, try
sell
5
out,
times the fucking price. That's the other problem.
Oh,
All those
5
fucking
times?
assholes would always constantly do that shit
yeah,
when it doesn't help. They are not helping one bit if you're gonna do this kind of shit. Yeah, we get it. You people want money, but you honestly think your money's gonna help you at this point? No, because guess what? Your shit's probably closed down. You want to go to this place? Fuck you, it's closed. You want to go to this other place? Here's another fuck you to go with it. What the fuck are you gonna do with this money? Just like these other assholes that were constantly stealing fucking medical supplies and shit just to make a profit. Guess what? Your ass is now in jail, fuckers.
yeah. Well, no, it was even worse when the Oculus sets, were actually going way more expensive than retail on the used market than they were if you could just normally buy an Oculus set. That was kind of like the peak of insanity when it came to Oculus.
The Oculus Quest was like definitely one that a lot of people were going after because of the whole you didn't need a powerful ass computer just to run it.
Mm-hmm.
Though a lot of people would still have a powerful ass computer just to, connect it to their PC and then just still play like these high end VR games through a second, party app and all that. But
Yeah.
other than that, yeah, I've noticed on like Facebook Marketplace, which we'll get to Facebook in a minute. Just you fucking wait, you ass fucks. That you would have people selling like their Oculus Quest for like $500, $700 because it's new. When you can just buy a new one for like what was it, like 300, 350 or something along those lines.
I think you could
also
at
had
one
like
point.
Yeah, then you had like Craigslist, eBay. They were also selling their shit used down there because, oh, hey, guess what? People want this? Well, guess what? I'm going to sell it for double even though it was used probably about 5 minutes. Okay.
Yeah. So, because we were all just kind of social distancing and just doing everything at home, or trying to adjust to doing everything at home, and not only that, our furry conventions were kind of closing for 2020 left and right.
Rest in peace.
Virtual furry cons, where they're either being held on Zoom or being held in VR chat, have taken off. One of the most popular ones is, of course, Furality, and that's happening sometime later this year as well, right?
Yes. Let me take a look at this, but all I know is I don't remember Zoom FurCons happening. I didn't hear about anything about that.
I mean,
So
go ahead.
so most furcons that have been online have either been through Discord or they've either taken place through Discord, on Twitch, which is what Furrydelphia did, or they've been completely on VR chat, which is what not Furrydelphia, which is what Eurofurns was. It was mostly on VR chat.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know any convention that took place on Zoom. There might have been, but to my knowledge, I don't know of any furry one, at least, that was on Zoom.
Yeah. I think when it comes to Furrydelphia, it wasn't Furrydelphia. It was Eurofurence. Wasn't it Eurofurence that actually recreated the lobby area that most furries remember from Eurofurence, like that
Yes.
whole atrium area, that huge atrium?
Yes.
Awesome.
And I know some people also recreate the lobby area for Furrydelphia as well.
Nice. And it's really cool that people are able to recreate that in VR and actually recreate or try to create the social, or bring in the social aspect of a con without actually leaving the house. Jason, have you actually attended some of these conventions in VR? Hello?
Sorry about that. Apparently my internet decided to be ass tart.
Oh.
God, you're fucking AT&T. Anyway. Oh, and yeah, AT&T, go fuck yourself. Anyway, No, the one convention that actually did like a full recreation of the actual convention center I know was Eurofurence, because I saw a tweet from someone in a VR Telegram group chat I'm in.
Mhm.
Was posting pictures of literally like ones they took at Eurofurence, and then they compared it with the VR chat one. That was goddamn impressive. I will admit to that, but I was like, how in the hell did anyone could be able to do this with their time? And then it dawned on me, coronavirus, obviously.
Oh yeah, like when coronavirus just kind of shuts everything down,
You
that everybody
have a
has.
lot of time on your
Yeah,
hands,
you
exactly.
suddenly have the time to do everything.
Or has a lot of time to go to a store and buy every single fucking roll of toilet paper. Which, thank God, that whole crisis is gone for the time being.
Yeah.
My God, but.
Yeah.
We do have some conventions that are going to be coming up online here soon. We got one for CozyCon Forever West, Wild North 2020, and a couple other ones. Yeah, there was like I said, the we have the Anthrocon. I don't know why the hell I was about to say Animal Crossing. Thank you, Anthrocon, for having AC be your fucking acronym.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we had Megaplex did theirs back on August 21st to 23rd. Sadly, I missed out on that. There was a lot of FurCons I missed out because of work, and I hate them for that. But I was
Mhm.
also away 2 weeks ago to be with my boyfriend in Minnesota, so even then I had no other way. If there was any conventions during that time, I 100% was going to miss that for sure.
Oh.
Which blows. But
Yeah.
I've seen people express how excited they were to be on VR chat. Even if they didn't have a VR headset, they were still able to, as long as they had a powerful computer to play it.
Mm-hmm.
I was happy to see these people be able to go online, still attend a fur convention of some sort, and do all this stuff. Anthrocon did like a virtual store where you can literally just open up a web page to each of these stores that actually have their websites. Even though Anthrocon was canceled, still they still had a website, and you could still like buy anything from them. Like the ones that were actually going to attend,
Yeah.
but literally couldn't be able to after it was canceled afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
I was happy to see this. I was so proud to see all these conventions have backup plans and ask for people that if they are willing to hold on the money for next year's, but also if they didn't care, they can just donate the money to them to at least to ensure that next year they can still have a convention. That
Yeah.
was incredible. That I've seen people literally say that they were going to just give their money away. They didn't care. They wanted to see the convention still go on for the next year because they don't want to see Anthrocon, Megaplex, Eurofurence, First Squared, and all these other FurCons to just vanish
Mm-hmm.
because that would have just been terrible.
Yeah. Now here's a interesting question, because VR actually opens a lot of people towards actually attending conventions and getting social without having to leave their house. It of course allows a lot of people to be more social and be more active in the virtual furry community. Do you think that this trend is going to continue? Like, are there going to be more furry conventions that are going to be online or virtual reality in the future? Do you foresee that? Or is it going to just kind of shrivel up once coronavirus is over and people are going to cons again?
Truth be told, I think they will make this as like a second alternative for those that just couldn't attend, but they still want to be there. Because with the Oculus Quest, you can take that shit anywhere. You can literally play it anywhere. So if you you can have people bring it with them to Anthrocon, and they can just hop on like overnight or like during the night when the convention is closed for the time being. They could just hop on and just join in whenever. And then if people are just showing up, like if they were working and they couldn't attend it, they can just go in there and just see if there's anyone online, and then just have a fun time.
Yeah.
But I honestly think it might be like, for in case if a fur convention does get canceled for one reason or another, not just because of coronavirus, but probably because of, I don't know, maybe something terrible happened, like a major event happened, like a building caught on fire, or maybe the convention center was in the middle of repairs, and they basically they didn't have enough time to have this convention up and running by then.
Or like a hurricane, which was the case for SonaCon a couple of years back.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I still think that this might happen. Not as much as I would think it would, but I think this will happen for just in case it's a second alternative for those that can't attend an actual convention physically, or if something happens to said conventions. Which I do hope this actually does continue on, because then this also gives people that also can't leave their house, or like they are very handicapped, like they can't really walk much or they can't really do much.
Yeah.
They can still enjoy themselves with people online.
Mhm.
And I've heard apparently these conventions that are on like VR chat, I guess, are still open even when the convention is over. They can still go in there just to see the map itself, or to at least just see if the stores are still open. And I think Anthrocons is still open, last I heard. But I'm not 100% certain if that was the case.
Mhm.
Apparently also someone did a Spirits of Pittsburgh VR chat world. So people can literally just go and do that Spirit of Pittsburgh thing for the Anthrocon virtual reality,
Yeah.
which is actually pretty cool.
So if you're watching the stream, you're going to see I just uploaded a tweet, tweeted out by Night Dragon Zero. It says, everyone will always gather in the weirdest places in VR chat world, like breaking into the virtual furnace rooftop. And of course, this is the, like we were talking about, this is the recreation of that Eurofurence atrium. And you've got this massive dragon, massive black dragon in it, holding a tiny little dragon in his hand. It's cute. And it's quite amazing that, in virtual reality, you can create worlds like this. You can create realities like this where you can do this. And one thing I learned from watching Cooper Tom's videos on virtual reality is that all the characters are infinitely scalable. So, you can be as big as you want, and you can be as small as you want. There's almost no limit to it. It's crazy.
So can I? So going back real quick, I know that we were talking about the viability of these online conventions, and this is sort of a devil's advocate. So the way I feel is, I think these are more of a novelty, in a sense that, okay, there's no conventions. We can't go to any conventions this year. The next best thing we can do is we can gather either on VR chat, or we can host something on Discord, Zoom, Google Hangouts, pick your poison. And so I think either next year, and more than likely in 2022, when we go back to having cons full time, I don't think that these would be as viable. Now, I'm not saying that virtual reality and VR chat and Discord online conventions don't have a place in the fandom. Quite the opposite. They have a place. I just don't think that they are the right they are a good substitute for anyone wanting to get the full con experience. There's only so much you can do on Discord. And in regards to VR chat, I mean, there's only so much you can do there. It is quite cumbersome to do VR chat, and I know some people do feel left out because either they don't have a Vive or the other, VR
or the Oculus
system.
Yeah,
they don't have a top flight computer that can run it, and they don't have these models, which some can. I don't know how much models cost. And so,
It really ranges with a lot of these makers, but most I've seen usually range about maybe 500 to maybe even over almost to 1,000,
Ooh,
so
depending.
yeah.
yeah, that's a lot. And I
It
know
is.
the running joke is, half the fandom is in IT and makes a buttload of money, and the other half is, working a 9 to 5 job at Wendy's and barely makes any money. And I'm not saying that's true. That's obviously false and bullshit. But a good portion fall into that latter category. Don't know how much, don't know how many, but they do. That is a lot of money to pour into.
Yeah, VR itself is just straight up a luxury. You literally have to have the money. You literally have to have the computer. Or if you literally just don't care, you can just get, like I said, the Oculus Quest, where you can literally just play whatever is available to you. The
Hmm.
dumb part is you need to have as much space as you can to hold that game, or just connect the cord to
Yeah,
a computer and it will literally just load it into the Oculus Rift itself
yeah.
or the Quest. But
Yeah, and like I said, this may be a novelty thing when we get back to full cons in a year and a half from now in 2022. I mean, if you paid what we'll say 1,500 in total for all that setup, and I'm being generous, and you've only using it like once or twice for a convention, and after cons come back, I mean, it's like a cost benefit analysis. Do I really need to shell out money for all of this?
well,
And
that's the
again,
thing with VR. Like again, with VR chat, you don't have to have a VR headset. You can literally still play the game without a VR headset. You can literally just play with a computer and just it'll be just basically you're playing a first-person shooter game sort of thing, but you just won't be able to do like you won't be able to just actually use your arms, your legs, or do like some of these people will actually go out of their way to buy the HTC Vive full motion tracking, where it literally is like little set pieces that you set right on like your feet, your body, your head, and all this shit, or,
mhm,
or rather more so just your feet and your legs and all that other crap. But um, those things are a lot of money, and then you also got like some of these people that will literally buy full like actual like I think there are some like bodysuits that are being made that you can actually do full on motion tracking with VR itself, but overall you basically just got to have a powerful enough computer to run VR chat no problem, but you may have like a lot of these people that may not have, like I said, the luxury to have all this shit.
Hmm.
So in all honesty though, it's like I say VR is fun to have, but it's a luxury. You don't have to have it. It's just a luxury to have it.
Yeah.
so for those who don't have like the model, would they feel left out as opposed to others who do have like their own personal model? Do you think, or does that not even matter? You're gonna have.
In my opinion, you don't need a model. It is again a luxury. You can have a model and just be like, hey, look at this. I actually have a model of my own character. Cool. It's not. It's the same way as like getting a fursuit. If you have the money and you want to do this, good for you. But if you don't have the money but you want to do it, hey, maybe somewhere down the line, if you have the money, you really feel like you're going to use this so much,
Mhm,
fucking go for it. If it is your choice, do it. Just go and do it, but only if you are able to and financially, especially financially able to. I was financially able to get my own model of my circle form made by a really talented artist by the name of Recursive Sweatpants. Best guy to go to if you want a good model made. His models are cute, great, and he's not as expensive as what I would think. Though honestly, I think he needs to up his prices up a bit. It's actually damn good, and he's working his ass off, literally with 3D modeling. 3D modeling is not easy. That's why a lot of these models are usually, like I said, 500 to about 1,000,
mhm.
because you're seeing these people literally trying to shape every polygon, every goddamn thing on your model to make it look exactly how you want it to be. but they also have to put in the IK rig, which is literally the skeleton file to allow you to not have the model's arm like being stretched out like he's fucking what was it, Stretch Armstrong, whatever the fuck his name was.
Yep.
You literally keeps the body from having to stretch. It literally moves it like you're actually moving your body. That's why you would see in VR chat why everyone's arms and all that actually look like they're actually moving, because it's an IK rig in motion.
Now I don't know what
having
that
a
means.
model thing.
But going back on what everybody was saying about the novelty of VR conventions, I think that in the future, once conventions start running again, conventions are still going to have a place or a space made for VR, for people to congregate in VR chat in this unique way that they can't do physically, and just kind of mingle around that way. Now, I get that there is no replacement for the social aspect of a convention, and that's why I don't think that full VR conventions are actually going to be a staying thing, or it's not. It doesn't have the staying power of an actual convention, like going there and
Look,
being there.
the only way that will be a thing, in my opinion, is if we reach the level of Sword Art Online, to where you are actually transported into VR. Now, I'm not saying you're going to be trapped there by some evil developer who has the code to, kill everybody, but I'm just saying, once we get to that point, then yes, I think all conventions will migrate onto virtual reality, because you'll be able to touch, see, hear, smell, feel.
I
But
just feel as though it's just, let's just have VR chat and like all these virtual conventions just be for an alternative for those that cannot join or are medically unable to, and still want to connect with people. And also have it to where it's like, if the convention ends, if people still want to chat with friends online in a fun, unique way, VR chat is a definite best way to do it. Or just have literally just a Discord that stays open 24/7, and then when the convention starts back up, they have a special room for those that are actually attending it, so that way they can actually still chat with people here and there.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm just saying. I think as part of the novelty of conventions going into like the 20th century or the 21st century, and trying to bring in something new and something interesting to conventions and conventioning, I think that that's going to be something that they're looking at to still preserve in their convention somehow, for those who are at the convention and for those who can't attend the convention. They're still going to have that VR room set up, not necessarily a VR headset for people to use, but a virtual space, a virtual convention space, where if you have VR chat, you can be in there. You can be in there, you can visit the convention, you can mingle, whatever. While you're either in the convention or not at the convention, you could still be at the convention. I think that's going to be something that will stay in conventions from here on out.
I think it'd be also fun if like actual conventions actually have like a section for those that want to speak with people in VR chat live. Like what they can do is have like a way to let them go into VR chat. There's a Twitch stream that they can actually go to and watch. And then just like all these people can actually interact with them and all this other stuff. So at least then they can actually like see them in VR chat, while in VR chat they can see them through a Twitch stream that's on, in the room that they made.
Mm-hmm.
At least it'd be something, at least then they can actually interact with those that are not at the FurCon. And you got those that are not at the FurCon interacting with those that are there. So at least then they can actually let them know, like, hey, what's going on? Oh, I just did this here and there. Wish you were here. would have been fun, but I know you had a reason that you couldn't go. But maybe next year, I hope that you do. It would be something along those lines.
Yeah. And so now we're moving into our another topic, and this has been a big point of contention because recently Facebook acquired Oculus, and they made a statement a little while ago saying that in like 2021 or 2022, they are going to require that all Oculus users have a Facebook account just to use their Oculus.
Which is fucking dumb.
Yeah. And even to further hit the point home, Forbes, they wrote an article saying that Oculus is no more. They've renamed it to Facebook Reality Labs. Check it out.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And they have this really creepy logo with this, triangle with the cubes inside. It's really trippy.
Can I see the logo?
Yeah, it's on our stream right now.
Oh, hey, there it is. Wow.
Oh shit! I am not actually in the stream. Oh my lord! I'm so sorry. I'm not even in the fucking stream. That's terrible, of me. Oh my god! I am.
No. You're fine.
I'm so sorry. I can't believe I didn't do this. I'm so sorry. Oh my god!
Wow.
Anyway,
Yeah.
so, what the fuck? That's some Illuminati shit. I'm sorry. No, not just no, but fuck no. Okay, I have been. Okay, I'm honestly gonna tell you all now. I have been fucking irritated with this shit. Okay? First of all, why the fuck would you need to make a Facebook account just to use your Oculus Quest or your Oculus Rift? When more than likely, people who don't have a Facebook have no fucking reason to have a goddamn Facebook account in the first place. Why the fuck dickheads forcing people to make one when they didn't want one in the first place? You know your shit is going to be abandoned accounts, dumb fucks, okay? Facebook, seriously, think for one fucking second and think, how many people are going to actually use Facebook when they use their Oculus Quest or their Oculus What? Zero! You fuckers! Okay?
Go on.
I am really, of course I'm going to go off on this shit, because the first moment I heard about this from Young I lost my shit. Because, again, you have possibly, many people who...
Yeah, go ahead. Did something... Hold on. I think...
Yeah, Jason?
Are you okay, Jason?
Sorry, I got a little too loud and I got a little too pissed off, and I just woke up my mom in the other room. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
It's a weekday, so of course my mom's gonna work. But
so
overall,
clarifying. Forbes let us clarify because they have this correction here. It's actually Oculus has been part of the Facebook Reality Labs umbrella for a few years, and they're just kind of it's still kind of it's never been a separate company according to this article, but it is its own brand. It was its own brand. It was just part of Facebook for several years. Now,
anything to let Mark Zuckerberg kind of dip his hands in your life. Basically it's him touching your penis while you don't want him to. That's what it is. He's fondling your balls, and you wanna get in VR. He wants to touch your virtual reality balls. That's what that is.
How did we? Look,
Salax, don't fucking sit here and try to skew the facts, okay?
So
if you don't want, no, listen, goddamn listen, goddamn it.
Is that a southern accent you have now?
The fuck, it comes out when I get mad. All right.
Okay. I'll dang it, damn this here, boy. I tell you what. Look, here's the thing. Facebook doing this is incredibly stupid.
First of all, you fucking skiff, I'm not from West Virginia.
I never.
Now shut the fuck up, you Dundakian.
You what?
I'm not from Dundalk.
Oh, that's right. You from Seagirt. That's right.
Oh my god.
Look.
HR.
You
Wow.
fucking fog breather. Nobody wants to hear your damn shit.
Just to clarify, Furry Frequencies is a podcast based in Seagirt, Maryland.
Not.
Seagirt's in fucking New Jersey.
It's
No. It's
Baltimore.
in Maryland. It's in Maryland.
Where-
we were based in Seagirt, Maryland.
It's a fictional
No,
harbor in Maryland.
I'm
Next
going
to
back silent. Y'all fucking stupid as
Thank you for your input.
Um,
So I wanted to go back to Jason. Jason, do you know if people needed to have a Facebook account just to access Oculus content? Because with the announcement that they're making people need a Facebook account, it certainly implies that you need to go through Facebook in some way, shape, or form to access Oculus content. I could be wrong, but I just want to clarify on that. Hello? Did we lose Jason? Hello?
God damn it, hold on. He's fucking sucking me.
hello? Wow. Be nice. But no, real quick. With damn it.
Anyway, hi. I am really close to just switching over to my phone. But the thing I was trying to say was before, Facebook never owned
Facebooky.
by fucking John Carmack, the guy who actually owned Doom and all that shit, ID Software and all that. He was working on this virtual reality stuff for years, and then when Facebook decided to buy it off of him, things were okay. But then when they started pulling this shit, made me lost all hope for Oculus at this point, because if they decide to pull this stupid shit now, you damn well know that we are going to have nothing but empty accounts, because one thing's for sure, no one is going to want to use their fucking Facebook account. If there is a reason why they never had one in the first place, what makes you think they're going to have a reason to have one now? I'm telling you this, people. Fuck you, Facebook.
So,
you dickheaded ass farts.
So on our stream, I have up a tweet thread from Oculus themselves saying that starting next month, October 2020, everyone using an Oculus device for the first time will need to log in with a Facebook account. So if you're an existing user and have an Oculus account, you'll have the option to log in with Facebook and merge your Oculus and Facebook accounts. If you're an existing user and choose not to merge your accounts, you can continue using your Oculus for 2 years. So this is, like I said, this is really, really bizarre. So from what I'm getting here is that when you buy your Oculus, you could use it with an Oculus account. You don't need Facebook. Now or in a month now, you will need Facebook, which, I agree with you. I don't like Facebook. I think Facebook is very pervasive. I
have a Facebook. I just don't fucking use it as much as I used to.
Yeah,
I haven't used mine since 2010. I have no need to.
I do not have a Facebook account at all. I don't feel comfortable using Facebook. I don't trust Facebook. It kind of sounds like a double standard where I can trust Facebook, or I don't trust Facebook, but I trust Twitter, or I trust Discord, or I trust Telegram and I trust Discord, but not Facebook. But for many years, Facebook's views on privacy and data collection have been well known and well documented, and I just don't agree with them. And it's very, very, very difficult to keep the amount of data that Facebook collects on you while you're using their service to a minimum. It's almost like a Sisyphean battle that you have to fight, to keep as much data off Facebook. at some point you just leave. You have the urge to just not post at some point, just because the idea of Facebook collecting your data and using it in ways that you don't agree with is so pervasive at some point that you just don't want to post anymore. So
That's
now
why that's why we had that whole fucking Mark Zuckerberg being pulled into court and all that, and have him look like a fucking lizard alien.
Yeah. So now we have this
weirdo
where they are requiring, when you're using an Oculus for the first time, to have a Facebook account starting next month. And do you think that this is going to make people switch over to the other platforms for VR, like the HTC Vive or Vive? What do you think?
Honestly, I think with that in mind, I'm more than likely thinking that a lot of people are going to go over to either getting an HTC Vive, even though you have the Valve Index, which is another headset that came out, or if you are on the, you want a VR headset, but you're not as wealthy enough to get it. You have also the Windows mixed reality headsets. You have like Acer has like their own kind of thing. I'm trying to remember all the other like virtual reality headsets that you can get. I know PlayStation has their own VR set, but that's like unless someone made an app or a game for PlayStation 4, and soon enough PlayStation 5 is more than likely going to have it as well. If you're having people who want Oculus seeing that, and they don't have a what's the point?
I think you cut out earlier. You just cut out for like a second.
I love how someone has like the gif of, man, that sucks. Yeah, of course it sucks. Suck assholes.
I mean, I love Twitter reactions sometimes, because when something big happens on Twitter, the reactions are amazing. And this is exactly why people go on Twitter, because people have some very witty replies sometimes.
Oh my god, yes. It's one of the best parts about Twitter. Like, you'll get like the best replies to something.
Mm-hmm.
Like either some like hilarious story, or something serious, or just something completely dumb, like Facebook requiring people to have Facebook accounts to use a VR system. And real quick, let me just say this. Facebook, I get why they're trying to do this. Hold on.
Well, they're trying to say that they're trying to merge, Oculus accounts into Facebook, so that you have one login and you can connect via Facebook to your friends and play online via Facebook. I just see it as, hey, you want my VR data, you want my data, you want more data.
I love this fucking response tweet that everyone does whenever any company that does something dumb that people hate. I love when anyone would find this from Fallout 4 and go, everyone just like that.
Yes, I love it.
Best fucking response when it comes to anything stupid from a company that literally think, hey, how are we going to make money? Oh, I know, let's try this. Everyone just like that.
Yeah.
Well, shit.
But I know that because Facebook has control over Oculus and it's part of Facebook Technologies, they're trying to make it easy for all their users to use an Oculus and log in and be able to connect with friends online. They're trying to streamline it, but at the same time, everybody knows Facebook is out to steal your data. They're out to take your data and use it for hemorrhoid creams in some other state that you never lived in. That's Facebook for you.
And also, Facebook is just going to kill their servers because all these people have fake fucking accounts, or they're just making an account just to use an Oculus Quest, when more than likely their account is going to have nothing. It's going to be an empty fucking spot. If anyone wants to use Facebook, just don't make them make an actual fucking profile.
Yeah.
Don't have them forced to be making a Facebook account when they're more than likely not going to use it, period. I rarely use my Facebook account, period. I only use it only if I'm ever going through Facebook Marketplace just to see if someone's selling like a classic game console or selling something that I actually would buy, or I'm trying to sell random shit. Like I'm trying to sell a PlayStation 3 that I don't use anymore because a friend of Silex and ours is going to send me a PlayStation 4 for free because he doesn't use it. So,
Damn.
I mean, yeah, I was happy about that. But either way, I want to sell this. I don't need to use Facebook any longer than I have to. That's the only time I'll ever use Facebook is just the marketplace. Because a lot of people that are like maybe parents or older adults that just want to sell shit and they don't know a better place, or they have a hard time understanding Craigslist. Me.
Yeah.
I use Facebook just to sell shit. That is that.
Yeah.
And maybe I'll find like a video or two that something comes up, but most times I ever see a video is some random ass fucking video that some Facebook account just copy and paste from another video, or they'll take like a kung fu video for some fucking reason.
And so I'm zooming in here on a very interesting take from John Oakes at John Virtual on Twitter. He asks, can I get a refund on all my Oculus purchases since when I bought them, you said I wouldn't have to do this? And that's an interesting take because, wow, I never knew that Oculus actually said, you don't have to log into Facebook to use this. And now they're kind of saying, yeah, now you do. And even more interesting is in a response, they, Hunter at Jomi Live says, linking Facebook to something that scans your entire room and constantly keeps a camera on that figures out your height and movements is the last thing I'd want from buying VR. That's 1984 shit right there. That's like
that's some straight up fucking
that's like the
science
telescreen
fiction. No, that's
from 1984. If you think about it.
Yeah, no, that's just straight up Black Mirror shit. If you think about it.
Yeah.
That's some shit I don't want doing if I own an Oculus anything. That's why I got an HTC Vive, because I just connect my Steam account. I'm done. I don't have to worry about anything else.
Now, do you trust Steam with
Constantly
doing
on
the
all
same
the
thing? So you say it's not on all the time, okay? So it's not watching you in the room.
Decided to crap out on itself for a moment.
Oh, sorry. So your HTC Vive, it's not like watching you when you turn it off. It's off. You trust Steam with your data, or you trust that they will not
Steam
use your data in a
the
way
only
that you
time
would
my
not
headset would.
Yes, go ahead. Hello?
The Vive will only turn on only if I activate. Hello?
Yeah, you're coming in now.
Yeah. Hold on. Give me a sec. I'm gonna swap over to the fucking. I would have thought my computer would actually be okay, but yeah, just give me a moment. I will swap over to another way to get in contact with you guys, because this is
Get wrecked.
Be nice.
mean.
Wrecked.
Okay, don't be rude.
Give me one quick second here.
I heard Dragoneer. I'm like, no.
Hello.
Hi.
Okay, so I just decided to say fuck my computer, and let's just go with my actual headphone.
See, this works. I like this.
Okay. Anyway, so the question was, do I trust my HTC Vive? Period.
Yeah, that was a question. Do you trust him to handle your data and to not use?
The thing is Steam doesn't really do. The only time my HTC Vive is ever on is only if I actually activate it to turn it on. And not only that, Steam is just video games. That's just it. And what else are they doing? Steam
Yeah.
doesn't give a shit about like trying to sell you like penis enlargement pills or some shit like that, unlike Facebook does. I'm dead serious. I've seen a lot of fucking ads that send me the stupidest shit, especially Wish.com shit. I'm
Yep.
sorry. Do I want something that looks like an HR Geiger dick? No.
So, real quick,
Fuck,
and you
fuck
mentioned
no, I don't.
so real quick, you mentioned a company like Facebook getting involved in the VR business, and we can kind of see why they want to get into it.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
Google-
because they want to use their fucking they want to use the fucking Oculus Rift so they can scan your room and find shit that, hey, is that a dildo? Let's show you 5 different websites on where you can get the best dildo to fuck your ass.
So this brings up, I want to say, an interesting uh, hypothetical. Google has this thing called Stadia. I guess Stadia is still a thing. I'm not sure if they even still support Stadia or whatever. But
Quote unquote a thing.
yeah, Google still has Stadia. Um, how, do you think they would follow Facebook's lead and gain involved in the VR business? Because if this is successful with Facebook, you have a giant company like Google, which we know harvests and sells our data to companies and organizations, and they target ads to us. Do you think Google would follow suit with Facebook and create their own VR as well?
With
Market
what
it
they
Stadia or whatever.
with what they did with Stadia, more than likely, no one's gonna want to trust them at all ever again. Because with what happened with Stadia, they broke so many promises. It's so buggy as shit. Have you seen people try playing Destiny 2 with Stadia?
I
That
have.
shit is shit. It's utter garbage. Not just garbage, it's garbage. That's how much I can describe this to you. It's so god awful. So unless you have like, you're spending thousands of dollars for the best top of the line, literally high speed, orgasmic speed internet, your shit ain't gonna work. You want 4K quality? You're gonna have to pay more money just to have that fucking quality, and it's dumb. No one wants to spend more money on internet than they already have to, and most times people are just trying to get the best. They're only the best they can pay for internet, like me with AT&T.
Mm-hmm. And you, Silox, you brought up that you think Google will try their hand at VR, and I say absolutely. I think with how VR has taken off in this year, in the age of coronavirus, of course they're going to dip their hand into VR. They're going to create some VR headsets that will work with the Stadia platform and do what Facebook is doing and just keep that shit on. And anybody that's dumb enough to buy that and install it, they will keep that on. They will watch you. They will watch all your movements, take your measurements. They will scan your room, scan what's in it, and send you personalized ads based on what's in your room. That spray and wash bottle, yep, they're gonna send you ads for spray and wash. Oh, you
I mean,
watch Black Mirror? Okay, let's show you ads for Black Mirror. Everything. Data is gold in this year. This year and in this decade, in this century, data is gold. And companies like Google, Facebook, Yahoo, whatever, they will go to whatever lengths to get that data. They want data.
If they are smart, they'll do that. And not only Google, I think that also if Sony, Nintendo, and Microsoft are smart also, they'll realize that, oh, yes, while we have our consoles, our new generation of consoles coming up, hey, consoles won't always be in vogue. As more and more people are moving towards PC gaming, which is a thing, more and more people are, as PCs become more powerful, people are going to move towards that.
Mhm.
So they need to realize that, hey, consoles are nice, the Series X, the PS5, the Nintendo, whatever it's called, Switch, that's fine, but VR is a sure thing that will be even light years better 10, 15 years from now. So I know Xbox tried with the whole Kinect, and that was. I have a Kinect. I didn't like it at all. PlayStation, I know they had what was it, a View or something? They had.
They have Xbox did the Kinect, and before they had that whole worriness when they were saying like it was always on, always working, and all that, and people were afraid that it was basically being part of the government, and that really almost killed the Kinect. Period. PlayStation had the PlayStation Eye, where it was just straight up a camera that actually uses body recognition. And then you had the PlayStation Move, which was, again, the PlayStation Eye with dildos for controllers. Glowing dildos, to be more precise.
Yeah, if Sony and Microsoft are smart about it, they'll look at what, the Vive, the Oculus, and all this, and they'll say to themselves, well, hey, this is the future. This is where we should put our resources to.
That's the thing. PlayStation is already doing that. They have the PlayStation VR. Nintendo has a VR idea as well, because they did the Nintendo Labo, where it's literally the VR kit. And that one's actually going down in price because no one gives a shit about Labo anymore. It was a little fad, and then it just died in like 2 months later. I was one of those idiots that was like, oh, that looks fun. I'd probably get it. And then I realized that it's just cardboard. That was basically what it was. And then you had also the VR kit, which now Smash Bros. Got an update where you can play the game in VR, which is actually kind of cool. I think Breath of the Wild got an update where it had VR mode. Same with Super Mario Odyssey. A lot of these games got VR updates, and it's incredible. I'm just waiting for them to say that Metroid Prime 4 will be in VR if you get the VR Labo kit. If they say that on the spot, fucking shut up, take my goddamn money, and take my asshole, Nintendo, because you are winning me. Because, I mean,
IBM.
I'm sorry, but I love Metroid. I'm a Metroid fanatic. So.
Why do they get to take your asshole?
Why are you like this?
Because.
Not you, Jason. I'm an IBM. Jason, you're
No,
fine.
that's why I'm saying it's just because. I mean, he's an IBM. He's an obsolete computer now.
Oh, well, yeah, he's IBM. So, one more question. And I want to double back real quick to the whole SAO, Sword Art Online. So, for those who don't know what SAO is, one, it's a horrible, generic fighting anime that should have never been released to the public. And two,
they had an idea, it just sucked on arrival.
Yeah. So, but two, the premise, and by the way, Log Horizon did it better. But two, the premise is these people get trapped into this whole virtual reality world. And so, what I really liked about it, though, was it was a VR virtual reality world where you could feel, smell, sense, touch, all that. I think that is obviously the future of where this is headed. Do you think that we'll see that in our lifetimes, or is that something that's 50, 100, 150 plus years down the road?
We're gonna have VR where we can touch each other.
Well, I mean, if you look at fucking...
And then I'll be able to breathe down your neck, Psylocke. And you're gonna be stop breathing down my neck, and I'll be like, no, it's what I do. And then Lifty's gonna be that creepy guy in the closet giggling and taking pictures with an old Polaroid.
What the fuck are you talking about, man?
What the fuck? So, Psylocke, to answer your question. Go ahead, Jason.
I was gonna say, IBM. First of all, I was hoping you would just go with the ooh nuzzle wuzzles, huggy wuggy, notice your bulgy wulgy shit. But like, where the fuck did you go with that?
I don't know.
Second of all,
I took it to a whole new level, my friend.
Yes, you fucking did.
You really don't know me,
anyway.
Do you?
Anyway,
Lifty.
I know you.
Hold
on.
on.
Know you.
So, going back to the question, if we're talking about what you saw
what was
in
the
Ready
question?
Player One, Psylocke, the whole point of Ready Player One was that there was this huge virtual world where I don't know. I fucking hated the movie, And
The Ready Player
I
One.
want
so
to
it
smell
was
the
about- it was about the Oasis, which was a big virtual world where people
Yeah.
can play any video game in the world. Which it was a shit.
but it
film.
was
I
but it
get
was
the idea
so
with
but it was so ingrained into daily life that you were kind of doing just about everything in the Oasis. You weren't just you weren't just playing games. You were like doing banking in stocks and
Whereas
trying
in,
to do, you know,
in real life,
they had
it
a
looked like
marketplace.
shit.
Yeah. Now I was looking at I was looking at whose mic is on.
Just so warm that they can hear it.
Sorry.
But no, I looked at that and thought, you know, if that ever happened, and I was able to cruise right through and be like the king of all of the VR, of the entire VR world, and you had an option to press the button and shut it all down, you know what I would do? Without hesitation, I'd press that button. I would make a statement. I would make a statement that would show to every screen, to be told to everybody. I would say to all of the users of VR, go outside and push that button. And then all the screens shut down forever, and everybody's forced to go outside. Because fuck all that. Fuck all that. That's some dystopian shit that I do not that I neither want nor care for.
I mean,
we might see it in our lifetime, but I sure as hell don't want it.
We're heading that way. With how fast technology is progressing, it wouldn't shock me if that becomes a thing.
Like I said, I would be the dude that would be fighting just to press the button to turn it off. That would be my only involvement in that VR world. I would be desperate to look for the one switch or the one button that you go to once you hack into the mainframe to turn it all off.
See, I would love that because then I could pretend to be. You could obviously be whatever you want to be. So I'd be a macro. I'd be a furry, but I'd be a macro furry, and then I'd live out a fantasy.
Psylocke, go outside! God damn it!
I wanted to pick apples. What did you think I was going to do?
You're such a fucking weirdo. Why don't you go like?
You can do that in VR chat.
No, because he's gonna go in there and start harassing people.
There's Gorilla.
Oh my god, step on me, Natty!
Oh, and there's oh god, there's a lot of VR like monster type games where you could be a macro, or just with VR chat you can literally get a model made to where you're like fucking huge.
Yeah.
I want to be stepped on by something large.
Oh my god. Anyway,
with that said, it is time to call it a night. Thank you very much, Jason.
Put
for
my
joining us.
face in your toe jam.
oh my god.
Oh my
Anyway.
God. So anyway, thank you.
Awesome chatting with you.
Yeah, thank you so much. You've been a great guest, and it was great to hear you talk about Facebook and VR and
how much I was really fucking mad with Facebook.
Yes, yes. Anger, distilled anger is wonderful for our ratings.
Yes,
it is until your mom busts in through the door and telling you to shut the fuck up.
So anyway,
that was fun.
So anyway, before we go, is there anything that you want to, any social media links that you want to share with our listeners?
Yeah, how can we find you, get in contact with you,
I've already found him. Hey, buddy, I'm looking outside your window.
As Lucario Fan 475, my Twitter link is Gameazoid, literally GAMEAZOID.
Mm-hmm.
Easiest to find me. Plus, that is basically my Steam account. So if you all want to, hit me up, play games. I mean, look at my Steam library. You'll see exactly what games I have. And I will just admit to this: if you do find that I actually have like an NSFW fucking VR thing, it was to show a group of friends a creepy ass.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. This is not the place for you to fucking try to defend yourself from your fucking sin. Okay. You have sinned enough just for existing. You understand?
IBM, we're
yes, ma'am.
Closing the show.
Hey, that's wonderful. Good fucking night.
So anyway,
Bless-
yeah, bless you. So anyway,
Fuck
thank you. Thank you. So anyway, if you like what you're listening to and you'd like to be in the know, feel free to follow us on Twitter at Furry Frequency. You can follow this channel on Twitch, Furry Frequencies, and be sure to.
There's only one frequency.
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to our videos. We might be reading your comments live on air. And oh god, that was loud.
Ouch.
And anyway, and also hit that bell for notifications so that you are in the know for when we post our newest content. Anyway, thank you again, Jason, for joining us. And
Thank you very much.
this has been Furry Frequencies signing off with Lifty.
Psylocke.
IBM.
He just did Morse code. Look at that.
Oh wow, that's really fucking interesting. And Jason.
Yeah. Thank you for joining us.
Get the fuck out of
and
here.
You have a wonderful night.
Good night, Herndon, Virginia.
No!